every child needs discipline. Now, depending on your definition of discipline, this statement could be correct or not. Now, my definition of discipline is the consistent establishment of structure in a child's life.
Raising tomorrow with love in our hands, guiding young hearts as they grow and they stand, teaching them.
Every parent, teacher, mentor, and caregiver is shaping the future, whether they realize it or not. Welcome to Raising Tomorrow, a channel dedicated to equip parents, teachers, caregivers, and just anybody who is interested in child care and building better relationships with children. Now, my name is Lucy Nane, and I am the host. Thank you so much for being here today. As we move forward, there are a few things I would like for us to cover in this video. Now, number one, we just introduced the channel, what Raising Tomorrow is. Now, the next question is, who is this channel actually for? Like I said, this is a channel for parents, it's a channel for grandparents, it's a channel for teachers, caregivers, school owners, people who own establishments that work with children. It is for aspiring parents, people preparing to get into marriage, people who hope to have children. Wherever you can fit yourself in, this channel is for you. Now, what are we going to be doing on this channel? The most important thing for me is to figure out how we can establish better relationships with children. If you watched my previous video, I did mention that I am terrified. I am terrified for the future that we are walking into. How are we equipping the children who will become adults tomorrow and take care of you and I? So that said, we are going to establish how parents, teachers, caregivers can work in just have a flow of how children are managed. And with that said, I would like us to officially start this video for the second time with a question. What do you think is the most important thing a child needs? Well, now that you think about it, we all say structure, right? Which is absolutely correct. Now, what about discipline? And when I say every child needs three things, I mean it. Every child needs love, they need discipline, and they need education. Now I'm going to explain why I said that. Love is simple. We know what love is, right? Let's go to discipline. Every child needs discipline. Now, depending on your definition of discipline, this statement could be correct or not. Now, my definition of discipline is the consistent establishment of structure in a child's life. See what I did there? So if we go by that definition, you realize that every child needs discipline. And of course, the last but not the least, every child needs an education, especially with the world that we live in today, with the high rise of technology, new things coming into power. The children of today are facing or are going to face a lot of things that no generation before them has experienced, right? We were looking at just the pressure of social media. We're looking at uncertainty of economic growth. We're looking at security. We're looking at educational competition. There's a lot that this generation needs to deal with, or the children of today will have to deal with in the future if we do not set the right foundation and just provide them and equip them for what the future holds. Now, a lot of us as adults, we're not also equipped to carry this. We have no background. We have no history of how this should be done, because again, it has never been done before. But the beauty of it is that is why we have this channel. This is going to be a safe space for you and I to share our opinions, to share our thoughts, weigh ideas on what to do and how to move forward as a group of people. Now, that said, I want to mention this, and I take it seriously when I say it. One thing this channel is not for is criticizing parents, criticizing teachers, criticizing people's methods of achieving the success of achieving their idea of what success is. We're here to build, we're here to grow, we're here to provide a peaceful and safe space for every parent, every caregiver, and everyone involved with the raising of children. Now, as a teacher, I realized that between what the kids are receiving at school and what they're most likely getting from home, there is a miscommunication somewhere. And that is how this idea was born, to provide an environment where teachers and caregivers or parents are able to establish the same type of structure for the children in their care, so that children are not confused, so that children are not overwhelmed, so that it doesn't feel like a child is disciplined at home. When they get to school, they can do whatever. So that is the goal of this channel. Now, all of that said, we've talked about who this channel is for, what the channel is about, why the knowledge from this channel is important. The fourth thing I want to talk about is what would you gain by becoming a part of this community and by sharing your thoughts and just participating in the conversations that we are about to start having moving forward. I would like to believe that we're going to have less stressed parents, because that is a concern. We are going to have more confident parents. We are going to be able to build better relationships between parents and children. A lot of parents are struggling with their teenagers. They don't know what to do. They don't know how. What is going on with this child? I did my best. It is so much going on. So my hope is, after the conversations and the knowledge that we're going to be sharing on this channel, we'll have parents who are not more stressed, but they are actually more joyful. Remember, children are a gift. And gifts from God never add any sorrow. They bring joy and happiness. And that's exactly what we should be having. Now, the question is, how do we achieve that? And that is why we're here. So that said, I have a call to action for each and every one of you watching. Thank you so much for making it to this part of the video. What we can do together is, we're going to subscribe, we're going to like, we're going to share, we're going to be intentional about picking up tips and just some of the things that you feel like you can apply to your home immediately when you watch a video. And also, you should be able to share this knowledge with other people who are also looking at building better homes, better families. My hope and just goal is we start seeing many more happy and successful marriages online. We hear beautiful stories. We avoid children being arrested because, okay, no one ever taught them to do A or B, So moving forward, I hope that we are just kickstarting a wonderful journey. Please drop in the comments, what would you like for me to talk about as well, because I have some things that I want to talk about, but I also want to be able to meet the needs of the audience. So if there's something that has always worried you as a parent, as a teacher, as a caregiver, and you want to have my insight, please feel free to drop that in the comment section, or you can email it using the official email in the description of the channel, and I will be able to respond to you either personally, or I can make a video if I think that knowledge is going to benefit our community. Again, this is not about me, it's about the children, it's about you and I, and it's about establishing a partnership between all of the people who are in charge of raising a child to the point where they are an adult and they can do life on their own. This is not only equipping the children for the future, but it's also equipping the children to us becoming better parents in the future. That said, we have come to the end of this video. The official video will be coming up next. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And again, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. And like I would be saying moving forward, you have been watching Raising Tomorrow. Thank you.